Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Texarkana to El Paso, the Panhandle to San Angelo, the Permian Basin to East Texas, Waco, Wichita Falls to Lubbock, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Joining me now, one of the best tennis players in the state, if not on the planet, and one of the best high school tennis players in the country. And she's also your Class 6A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month, the one and only Audrey Deatherage of Tyler Legacy. Well, welcome to the show, and congratulations on this prestigious honor. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, my coach told me that I won this award at our practice one day, and everyone just congratulated me, and it was just a big deal, and my whole family was just so proud. So it just gives me a lot of confidence and just makes me excited to further on my career with everything.
Well, your accomplishments are absolutely immense. And I think one that really jumps out at me, I think about Tyler Legacy. Yeah, you're Class 6A, and you're up there with the biggest schools in the state of Texas. But the numbers are just not as big as like an Allen, a Galena Park North Shore, or a Duncanville, or a South Lake Carroll. The fact that you are the first person from your school in over 3 decades to represent in state is amazing. What has that meant to you?
I mean, yeah, it was crazy. It was awesome to be one of the first ones to do that, in a long time. But it was such a fun experience and stuff, one that a lot of people don't get to experience. But it was just an awesome feeling getting to do that. And I'm glad that I was able to experience that. So,
what do you take from that experience that makes you want to get back there and do it again?
oh, it was just awesome. Everything, winning every single point, it just is so much more different than playing just at home or not state. It just, the feeling is just so much bigger, and I just can't wait to try to do that again.
I like to call East Texas Beast Texas. What is it about East Texas and athletes there that just seems to have more drive than anywhere else in the state of Texas?
Yeah, we work so hard. Our practices, everything. I feel like we're always doing something. Like it's raining, we find a way. If all the gyms are taken, we'll find a way. We'll move somewhere else. But we always are working and doing something.
What does it mean to you to represent Beast Texas on the highest level in tennis?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I've always been loved being somewhat the face of tennis in Tyler and East Texas. But yeah, it's a great opportunity, and I love being here and representing it. But it just means so much to be able to do that. So.
Well, I know you started playing tennis at 3 years of age, hundreds and hundreds of USTA tournaments, traveling all over the place. I know you've had tremendous support from your parents. They've been like taxi cab drivers and coaches at the same time, driving you all over the place. How much has it meant to you what your parents have sacrificed so you and your sisters can chase your dreams?
Yeah, I mean, they do so much for me, and it just means a lot that they care so much about all of us, and they just are, not going to this work day or not doing this so they can make us more successful in the future. And it's just amazing that they care about us that much to help us further our careers in sports.
Well, the Deatherage era is something that's going to be unmatched at Tyler Legacy. I don't think we're going to see it happen anywhere in the state of Texas. I mean, you think about your sister Lily. She was the line one, grade A player on the tennis team for 3 years. You came in as a freshman, and you've been the line one player for all 4 years of your career. What does it mean for your family to be that dominant and be the top player on the tennis team for 7 straight years?
I mean, yeah, it's awesome. It's cool to say that we've been able to do that for that long, but it's cool. All of our family and stuff, they love to talk about it, but we just kind of do our thing. But
So when you and Lily play against each other, who's better?
oh, me.
You got her. Huh?
Definitely
You
me.
got the Lifetime series?
Yes, I think I'm better for
Now, she
sure.
did play in college a little bit at Midwestern State up in Wichita Falls
Hmm.
area.
Hmm.
I would have thought she would have had the upper hand when you were younger, and then you overtook her. So when did you overtake her?
I think maybe maybe after the middle of her college career or whatever, I think that's probably when I got better, a lot better, and could probably start beating her by then. But when I was younger, she definitely could definitely beat me.
Well, you're a twin, and your twin sister Kate is a great athlete in her own right. She's a Division I level soccer player, first team All District, Defensive Player of the Year in East Texas. She's been with that FC Dallas for more than a decade. She's going to play major Division I soccer. I know your dad wants her to go to Oklahoma State and Stillwater. We'll hear about that. That would be an interesting rivalry between you and her if you end up you're going to Texas. Would you say between the two of you guys, do you push each other athletically?
Yes, sir. We're very competitive. So if she's better than me at something, we're gonna keep going to see who can be better. But I feel like the competitiveness does push us to become better athletes.
So who's good twin and who's bad twin?
Oh, I'm the good twin. I follow all the rules, everything simple, I feel like.
Well, that would make sense because your mom, Paige, had a great line about you. She said, "You are truly the kindest, sweetest human being on the planet, and you get great grades. You're super easy to raise." She also told me not to tell you that. But how do you pull that off when you're such a monster on the tennis court?
I don't know. I mean, on the tennis court, I feel like it might not be that way. I can become a little bit more aggressive in a way, but off the court, I try to stay nice and be myself. But it is a completely different story on the tennis court for sure.
Do you just get into a zone? Because I mean, I see those pictures of you, and it just seems like you take it to a different level.
Yeah, I mean, every point you got to focus and not worry about what's going on around you, who's talking, what is going on with your friends and stuff. So, yeah, you kind of do have to stay in a certain zone and focus.
Well, your
Mhm.
work ethic is absolutely unmatched. Your mom kidded that if you were offered a trip to Hawaii or practice tennis, you would practice tennis every single time. What the heck is wrong with you?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you want to be the best, you got to keep going and stuff. Most people would probably want to go to Hawaii, but look, I'll be better than them because I'm playing more. So that's kind of how it works.
Well, I know you're an FCA leader and you're very active in your church and you help with the food bank as well. You've been a team captain and really the driving force on this top 25 ranked team in the state. Many kids shy away from leadership. You're the team captain. You embrace it. Why is it so important to you to do that?
Oh yeah, like it's important because it really helps lead everybody to become and like do things when they're not doing the right thing. Like I can push them to do the right things so we win and everything works out. So it all is for a reason. Yeah.
When you come back to your class reunion, say 10 years from now, what are you going to remember the most about this tennis team that you're on right now?
Oh, definitely the experience. Like it's so fun being with everyone and how everyone's so supportive of each other. That's definitely what I'll miss the most and we'll be talking about.
What have your coaches meant to you on this team?
Oh, they mean so much. They do so much for me. Since I've been on the team, we've had three assistant coaches because they keep every year I've had a new assistant coach, but each one of them has been so just positive and helpful. And then, of course, Coach Sizemore, he would do anything for any of us at any time. Like, he's almost like my second father. Like, he just helps anything. If I was having a bad day, even if it's not tennis, he's there. He's always going to be there.
What have you learned the most from him that's helped you on the tennis court?
Definitely more my attitude in things, like when you're losing a point or down, how to like stay positive and not slouch and like show your opponent that you're upset. So he really has helped with that part.
So now it's time for the TMZ portion of our show. You and Michael Collins are good friends, and you guys won district championships together. The big question is, who owns the lifetime series on the tennis court between the two of you?
Oh, me by far. Me by far, for sure.
How much fun has it been for you two to have this adventure together?
Oh, it's been so much fun. Like we love playing tennis like outside of school, and it's just fun. Even not it being competitive, it just makes it more fun to be there as well. So
Well, I know your dad is putting an extension on your house because you have too many trophies and medals and stuff that you got to keep up with. You won the prestigious Best Preps Player of the Year. It's almost as big as this Ford honor. It's a very big deal in East Texas. You know, winning all these things and stuff, is it kind of overwhelming? I mean, all the medals, because I feel like you're just starting to win all this stuff.
I mean, not really. I like getting everything. It can maybe a little bit, it can be overwhelming, but it's just enjoyable. I mean, getting I mean, not that I get everything, some people I do lose on occasions and things. It's not crazy, but I mean, I would prefer to have it than not.
Good answer. Well, I always think about too, everybody knows about you, and you see the long runs that you've had in the playoffs. And once you make it to state, every time you compete, everybody goes, okay, that's the it girl. That's the girl we got to slow down. How do you weather through that when you have such a big target on your back?
Oh, like, I mean, when there's such a big target on my back, is that what you said?
Yeah, and just kind of weathering through that because you know that the competition is trying to stop you because you are the line one player.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like whenever you're playing, you don't have to like think so much like I'm so much better than people. I'm not saying I am so much better, but like that's not the best thing to think. But if you just think that, whatever happens, happens, then it's a better mindset than, thinking that you're going to win and stuff.
Well, you're verbally committed to the University of Texas. What intrigued you about going to Austin and being a Longhorn?
Yeah, I mean, at first, I've always liked the school. Like it's been like something I've thought about, but then whenever I went down and saw it for the first time, me and my mom went down, and it was just crazy. Like I was like, there's nowhere else that I think would be a better place for me to be for 4 years. Like it was just insane. The coaches, the facility, the whole entire school. I've never seen something that amazing. I just fell in love with it.
Well, you're such a tennis geek, and I know you love to give back to the community. You love teaching kids and putting on clinics and growing tennis, in East Texas and in the Tyler community. Why has that been so important to you?
Oh yeah, I love doing things to help out like younger kids and stuff because it's gonna grow our tennis program, because they're all in middle school right now, the ones that I teach and stuff. So hopefully it will like grow our high school team and it will become bigger and stuff. And it just means a lot that I get to be a part of that to watch our program grow.
What are the biggest lessons that you have learned and you teach to these kids from tennis?
Oh, definitely that you have to stay patient with some of them. That's one thing that I will keep to know that some kids you have to be patient with them to know, but that's a lesson that I think I will need in the future to know.
A
For
lot of
sure.
patience. What
Yes.
has tennis taught you?
Oh, it's taught me so many things, like things about like how when you're losing or or in school, if you get a bad grade or something, like you just have to keep going. Like your time is going to come eventually. And if it's not right now, it's not right now. But it's taught me things from the tennis court to off the tennis court.
So you've traveled all over the place and you've touched greatness with some great professional tennis players. Which ones kind of stick out that you've met, and how much have you enjoyed that process?
Yeah, I did meet this girl. Her name was Danielle Collins, and we watched her one time at a tournament that was here in Tyler, and she wasn't like anywhere near like the top of anything. Like she was kind of down lower. And me and my dad watched her and we were just like, oh my goodness, she is going to be the next star. Like she's going to be the next star. And eventually she did. Like she was like in the semifinals of the US Open like 3 years later. And I just had all these pictures with her and stuff. And I was like, wow, like we really picked somebody that was going to be good. But yeah, seeing that she was able to grow from like more of the bottom of the like pro part and is now at the top is just crazy. And hopefully that's like something I can learn from, that everyone starts somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Well, being part of the Holly Tree Country Club community, you've also touched some greatness and celebrity. When you were a young kid, I heard the story that you used to, have swimming lessons with the great Patrick Mahomes and his brother. Tell me about how all that went down.
Yeah, I mean, the Mahomes and stuff have definitely always been a part of like Holly Tree and the club and everything. So they're always here. And sometimes, like Jackson, the brother, and the mom, and sometimes Patrick will come. But yeah, everyone here loves to like see them, and being a part of like knowing the Mahomes, like everyone feels the same way around here and just loves like supporting the Chiefs. But it's just crazy to know that like these people are from here, and it's just fun.
Can you believe what a big deal Patrick is? I mean,
I know.
he's just the perennial MVP in the NFL, and he's on every commercial you see on TV.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, the arrow is definitely pointing up for you. When you look at your goals, I mean, from a sportscasting standpoint, I look at you and I say, all right, Wimbledon, US Open, French Open, Aussie Open, the Olympics. What are your personal goals and what do you see yourself doing?
Yeah, my goals right now are I'm just playing a lot right now, but whenever I go to Texas and stuff, I just want to play a lot, and I want to try to build myself to be able to play higher up in the lineup. That's my goal right now. And then, I mean, I'm sure I'll have higher goals then, but that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Well, Audrey, it's so fun to tell your story. You're such a great kid, and congratulations on being the Class 6A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Week and month as well. Congratulations, continued success.
Thank you so much.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners. And don't forget, you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.